I grinded Fortnite every day for 100 days and went from being a completely lost bot to a pretty good player, I would say. Just like 44 million other people, I got brought back into Fortnite when the OG season came out, but I used to play so much before this. I played this game the second day it ever came out, and I remember dropping out of the battle bus for the first time and camping in one single room all game. But in between that moment and the end of season 5, I sunk in over 1,000 hours into the game on my PS4.
Oh my gosh!
And you would probably think I'm pretty insane at the game after that, but nah. This is from one of my old YouTube videos. Look at the way I'm building, dog.
Build like this?
I won't lie though, I was kinda insane with the TAC SMG, but after season 5, I completely quit the game and moved on with my life. But I picked the game back up in season 7, but this time I did something different. I played with keyboard and mouse, and within the 200 hours that I sunk in between season 7 and season 8, I was already way better than I was at controller, but I then quit again, this time for much longer. And that brings us to the start of the 100 days, when I first loaded up Fortnite OG. I started playing casually on my controller, and I wasn't trying to be good at the game, and don't worry because I wasn't at all. But something sparked inside of me that made me want to get better than all my friends at this game, so I went back to keyboard and mouse.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And for some reason, I already thought I was super good because I could build fast, but the truth is, I didn't even know what I was doing. I had absolutely no awareness and made the most stupid plays of all time. But even though I was pretty trash, I was still learning and getting better with every game. And if you guys want to know what it looked like at this time, just look at this 1v1. Like, I cannot build up, I am just getting destroyed. And at that time, I realized that me being on the low ground was one of my biggest weaknesses, but I wouldn't take action on that until much later. Looking at some other games from the end of season OG, you could already tell that I was getting much better. Like, I am absolutely surprised I didn't miss this edit under pressure, but I still had very little experience with the new mechanics everyone was doing at the time. I was just doing whatever felt right during every fight, which was absolutely not the way to go. I didn't even know what piece control is, I didn't know what edits to make, and I had no knowledge of any high ground retakes at all. And that was the end of my time with Fortnite OG. It was sad to see it go, but with this new season coming out, I made one of the best decisions ever, and decided to record my progress getting better at Fortnite on this YouTube channel. And all I can say is thank you to every single one of you guys, because you are truly changing my life. And if you aren't already subscribed, hit that button and the bell because I post fire Fortnite videos every week. But here we are, Chapter 5 Season 1. A fresh start for me 30 days in. And my progress from here on out was about to get so much better. Going into the new season, I wanted to post a Fortnite video right away. So my idea was to record myself dropping at every spot on the map multiple times to see what the best drop spot was. But this did not go well as I died off spawn 6 times in a row. And this definitely left a bad taste in my mouth for this new chapter, as I was getting insane frame drops and the movement felt so awkward to me. It felt like I was playing a completely new game and I didn't like it. This caused me to quit the game for about 2 days, but I wanted to be good at this game so bad, so I ended up coming back. And this time, I was going to do research to find out what I really need to do to win my fights. So I started learning about the game through YouTubers like Jivin and Ken Beans, and one thing I picked up is the importance of piece control, which really inspired me to grind this out. I played a lot of piece control drills, a lot of tunnels with targets, and I think this really helped me to just get my mechanics down. I mean, they aren't great here, but it was a start. We were just learning. Now, I thought playing these piece control drills would turn me into a pro, but I was completely wrong, because it is so much different doing this under pressure against a real moving opponent. But I thought the first step of this was to 1v1 somebody who is really easy, to practice piece control on a moving target. Now, you guys might think this is bad practice, but I actually think it helped me a lot, because I really didn't have to worry about getting hit yet. All I had to worry about was just boxing my opponent and watching what they were doing.
Full box.
After that 1v1 though, I had a great idea. I was going to practice for hours every day just like pros for an entire week, and I was doing this because I wanted to play my first ever tournament, the Solo Victory Cup. And after practicing like pros for a week, it was time for me to show the world how good I got at this game. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's what I was thinking because I was so confident in my abilities. But the truth is, I wasn't even fighting people near this level yet, and I lost every 1v1 in the tournament.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. That's great.
Oh my god, dude.
How? How does he win that? Oh my god, dude.
But I did get really lucky because somehow I got 37 points and I had 4 medallions in one game. You just gotta watch that video to see how I pulled it off. But that was the start of my YouTube career, my first ever video, and it did pretty good, which inspired me to keep on grinding with the goal of getting my first ever earnings. So I kept going. I made a few videos that weren't really on grinding Fortnite, and I just felt stuck with the game. I did not think I was getting any better. I wasn't improving at all, and I was so unconfident in every fight and just got scared to even try anybody. And I knew this was something that had to be fixed, so I decided to train like Peterbot for 7 days. Peterbot is known as one of the best W keyers in the entire game. I mean, before I started doing this video, he dropped 39 kills in a solo victory cup finals, and I looked at him to get my confidence up and start W keying people. So I practiced my mechanics, my edits, my aim, and just being aggressive in general. And after a week of that, it was time for me to play my second ever cash cup. And I'm sure most of you guys have seen this as it's my most viewed video. It was embarrassing. I seriously played so bad, and I could not W key for the life of me. And I even got into a build fight where I died to fall damage. This guy in the comments was right. This video was just hard to watch. And after failing to fight every opponent, I lost my confidence and was too scared to push somebody who I would have been able to beat.
There was somebody in that box, but I'm not trying to test that.
A lot of people told me in the comments to turn down my sensitivity, so I went from a 10.8 to a 7.2. This would force me to give my movements an actual purpose and get more accurate builds. And I can confidently say that with this practice, it definitely helped. I also started to grind free building a whole lot more because of how many times I would die to fall damage and just freak out in spots where I needed to build up. And this was when I really started grinding and putting in the hours. At this point in the season, FNCS was rolling around and I hopped into my first ever qualifier, which didn't go great. We made no endgames and I had 3 combined kills. I mean, I didn't have a drop spot and we were just so obviously below the skill level of this tournament. So I wasn't gonna let me get this down and I kept on grinding. I started forcing myself into more fights, which helped my confidence skyrocket. And when I was peaking and playing my best, it felt so good. I felt like I could take on most people and even reach the highest ranks. But that is a big problem because it's hard to be consistent. And I know that being consistent is just gonna come with time and experience, so I'm not too worried about that. I played another cash cup right after this where I was a bit nervous, not gonna lie. My first games weren't horrible, but they didn't go great. All it took though was 1 kill and I was back.
Nice.
That was the biggest bot fight of all time.
The next guy who shot at me instantly got W keyed and I tracked him down for the kill. I died later, but this felt amazing that I was able to do something like that in a competitive match, putting pressure and making an opponent scared. Also, throughout that whole tournament, I started to be less static in my box and I actually started to pressure more people. Like if you watch back at my Peterbot video, I was just staying in the box the whole time. I wouldn't try to press nobody, but during this last tournament that I played, I pressured 2 different boxes and I pushed them with confidence. And this little tournament would have such a huge effect on my outlook of the game. I started to recognize and read the other players' thought processes throughout the fight, and that made it so much easier to W key when I knew a player was overwhelmed. Which brings us to the last days of this experience. I've been hitting some crazy clips and my mechanics are feeling better each day. I haven't played much ranked since the start of this challenge. I was Diamond 3 for about 2 months straight, but towards the end I played a bit and I hit Elite in a match where I just felt better than everybody else in the lobby. And right now I'm working on putting myself in positions to get cleaner and less risky eliminations instead of opening wide peaks like I'm used to. I also really need to train my mechanics because I find myself messing up taking walls and putting cones in boxes, which is something so small, but seriously, if I got this down correctly, I would be like 2 times better. So my goal for this next season of Fortnite is to hit Unreal and make my first Cash Cup finals. I have been documenting this whole journey on my channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed to follow it. And also, YouTube really thinks you would like this video right here, so make sure you go check that out. Anyways, see you guys.